Hello, friends. My room is in unusable condition right now, so I've changed my background just a little bit. Number one, so you don't get bored, and number two, because I like to throw you curveballs. So another game I love to play is the when game. This all the time when we're listening to a song or watching a movie and there is a line and you're like, oh, that's me when blah blah blah, but it's always out of context. Does this make sense? I'm just gonna give you some instances. How about that? This is me when I'm an adult and have a child and I can't find a babysitter.
Somebody who can watch you.
When you're real excited because you get a phone call. Harry's totally in love with you. I know.
Hello there.
Then you find out it's your mother and she's like,
Where are you?
and she's upset because you didn't answer her first 5 calls.
I'm so sorry.
When you're visiting your grandma and she makes you dinner and she sees you from afar and she's like, honey, is your soup too hot? This is when your mom is not fun and won't let you do anything that you want to do and you've asked her like 8 times if you could just please go to the Jonas Brothers concert and she's like, excuse me, no, didn't they break up? And you're like, they did break up. I meant to say, can I please, let me get back to you when I think of something else. But she's like, no, I'm not gonna let you do that at all. And then she's like, you need to do your laundry, you need to pick up after yourself. Why is your room not cleaned? Why, when you eat Cheez-Its, do you have to leave the box sitting in the living room on the side table and you can't just put it up? I don't get it. And you're like,
Oh, if you aiming, you know it be quiet.
alrighty, and here's the last one. When you're not feeling up to hanging out with people, so you tell your friends that you're not gonna be able to make it to the group hang because your mom said no, and then they fill you in on everything that happened, and you just kind of like,
I don't know why I didn't come.
So here's a quick pic of what Liam Payne would look like if he were a puppy. Alright, and before we leave, I have to show you a quick text post that made me cry this week that I almost threw up again, and there's a running theme of me throwing up because I laughed too hard, which is a good thing probably, but also equally as bad of a thing. Go hang a salami backwards is I'm a lasagna hog. Okay, listen, it's not as funny as tuna sub backwards. But here's my question, okay? Who used the phrase, I'm a salami hog, and or go hang a salami? And who wrote it out to figure out that that was it backwards? And it's not even like, if you look at Bust a Nut, and because that's like a kind of common phrase. If you look at it backwards and you're like, oh my gosh, it's tuna sub backwards. Neither of those are common phrases. If someone was playing Wheel of Fortune and it was the category phrases, this would not be something that you could easily figure out to win $10,000 and get to spin again. Thanks for hanging with me again. Sorry we had to be here in such a lame place with a lame background, but we can hang again next Wednesday and we'll go back to my room and it'll be a great time and maybe my mom will let me close the door. I don't know. I don't like lasagna. Friend, thank you so much for hanging out with me. Please come back next week and come see me, please. We'll do something fun, I promise.